Hi guys, good evening. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. Fine, thank
Hi,
you.
teacher. Fine, fine.
Very good. So let's start with our homework. That was to say which characteristics are positive, negative, neutral, and then to describe ourselves. Let's say first, which are positive? For
Yes,
example, kind is positive. What else?
kind,
Funny.
Funny. Mhm.
Polite.
helpful,
Patient. Okay.
helpful,
Helpful.
polite,
Okay. Polite, reliable, generous, maybe tidy,
Easygoing.
easygoing. Which are negative?
bossy, bossy,
Bossy,
Rude.
rude,
maybe, crazy, maybe,
maybe, and neutral. So this is negative. So neutral, it can be maybe noisy. It's like for some people, maybe it's okay. For some
okay,
people, not so much. Serious, the same. At work, maybe it's okay, but somewhere among friends, it's not so positive. Okay, so neutral. How can you describe yourself? For example, here they say, which words can you use to describe myself? I can describe myself as a helpful, maybe serious, kind, polite, and reliable person. What about you?
I consider myself little easygoing, uh, helpful, kind, polite, and tidy. Uh, but sometimes also a little serious.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Thank you. What about you, Fabian?
Um, I describe myself as funny, easygoing, serious, reliable, and little rude.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So that's nice. Page 11, where we stopped, that was uh, grammar. So in the presentation, we saw the difference between present simple and present continuous, also state verbs and adverbs of frequency. Here we have 5 sentences. Well, there. You think why it says 6 and here 5? I don't know. I think these ones. So we have the sentences. Which tenses are the verbs in the bold? In the bold, it means in black. So we have 2 options. First is present simple. In present simple, the formula is just the verb. It can be the verb or the verb with S if it's he, she, it. For example, drinks, speaks, talks, and so on. And present continuous, one more option. The formula is the verb to be. It can be am, it can be is, it can be are, plus the verb with in. For example, I am drinking coffee right now. You are listening to me now. So, number 1, is it present simple or present continuous?
Continuous?
Continuous.
First, present continuous. I'm studying design, and then I love it.
Simple?
Yeah, present simple. Number 2, I'm living with a few of the people on my course at the moment.
Continuous?
Continuous.
Yeah, present continuous. We study during the day and then we usually cook together in the evening.
Simple?
Simple, present simple. My parents live back home in Poland.
Simple.
Simple. When they come home, we always try to meet up.
Simple?
Simple.
Simple, present simple. Okay. Yeah, look at the verbs in bold. Answer the questions. Which verb describes a fact or something that is always true? So, which verb describes a fact or something that is always true? Continuous or simple?
Hecho.
Mhm.
Sí.
It's simple, yeah. For example, we say not at the moment something happening, but in general. For example, I love it. Not now, but it was yesterday. I loved to study design, and it is today, and it will be tomorrow. So this is something that is always true. Or, for example, when they come home, we try to meet up. So every time when they come home, or I come home, no. So it's always true. Number 2, which verbs describes? So this is simple, past, present simple. Which verbs describe a temporary situation or something happening around now?
Does it continue?
Present continuous. So it's like here I'm studying design just maybe this year, this month, during these 2 years, but he won't study design all his life. It's like a temporary situation and after it will be changed. Or I'm living with a few of the people on my course. Also, he speaks just about this period when he's at the university and he's living with some students. But after he will finish the university, it's not about him for all his life. It's a temporary situation. Number 3, which verbs describe a habit or routine?
Frequency. Adverbs of the frequency.
Well, it's a verb. The same, present simple or present continuous.
Present continuous.
Simple, no?
Present simple, a habit or routine. So something that we do all the time. For example, every day I wake up at 7 a.m. or I speak English, no? Or I drink tea in the evening. I eat pizza on the weekend. So it's a habit or routine, something that is repeating. The next one, number 4. Which verb tense do we use with adverbs of frequency? Sometimes, often, never. So do we use present simple or present continuous here?
Simple?
Simple.
Present simple, yeah, because it's the same. Sometimes it means it is repeated. It's a routine. Sometimes I go to the cinema. I often call to my parents. I never wake up at 5 a.m. So it's a habit or routine. And number 5, which verb in the present simple describes a feeling that is true now? A feeling that is true now. Well, a feeling, I think it's only one. Yeah, I love it. So this is like a mixture. No, it's present simple, but he's speaking about some temporal situation. And on page 104, we have grammar bank. It's not the same in the page and in the file, yeah. So where it say grammar bank, we go there. Aha, it's here. Grammar bank. Here, the theory is the same that it's in the presentation, so I took it from there. We use present simple to talk about something that is always true, habits, routines. Present continuous about something that is happening now at the time of speaking, about some temporal situations. And usually we use present continuous with words now, at the moment, currently, this month. We use the verb to be. It can be am, I am, are, you are, they are, we are, is, he is, she is, it is, plus the verb with in. I'm watching, you are watching, he's watching. If it's negative, we use not. I'm not watching, he's not watching, you are not watching. If it's a question, we start with the verb to be. Are you watching a film right now? Is he working now? The state verb. So there's some verbs that we can't use with in. We can't say I am believing, I am feeling, I'm forgetting. That is wrong. So all these verbs we use in present simple. That means that we don't change them. Just if it's he or she, we put s at the end. So we say I am, I believe, I belong, I feel, I forget, I hate, I hear, I imagine. We will never say I am imagining, because the state verbs about feeling, it's like something, usually we speak about something that is always true for us, or about our preferences, about our habits, routines. So it's not like it's changing too often. Adverbs of frequency, the same. We use usually with present simple, always, often, usually, sometimes, occasionally, rarely, never, because with these words, the same, we describe some kind of routine, some things that are repeated. For example, I always listen to the music in the morning. I often watch series on TV. I usually read a book at night, for example. I sometimes do yoga. I never go to the theater. It can be more, for example, every day, every year, twice a week, hardly ever, once a while, the same. It's speaking about routine, so something that is repeated. And where do we put them? They can go at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. For example, occasionally I see my aunt. I occasionally see my aunt. I see my aunt occasionally. Or for example, sometimes. Sometimes I drink coffee. I sometimes drink coffee. I drink coffee sometimes, but not all of them. Always and never, they don't go at the beginning or at the end. It's usually in the middle. I always call him on the weekend, or I never go shopping to the supermarket. So we can't say always I or never I. So they are usually in the middle. So here we practice. You can check the rules, the theory. Complete the sentences with the present simple or present continuous form of the verbs in the brackets. Number 1. First, we can see the sentence and decide if it's present simple or present continuous.
Continuous?
At the moment, okay, it's present continuous. So to form it, we will need the verb to be. It's you, so with you, the form is are. Are you? And live, we put within, so.
Living.
Are you living with your parents at the moment? Number 2. Present continuous or present simple?
Simple.
Simple. So let's form it. If it can be you, we could say, do you? Do you know how to cook? But it's not you, it's your partner. He, no, or she. And so we don't use do, we use
Does
does. So does your partner, and here we don't change the verb, know how to cook. Does your partner know how to cook? Number 3, present continuous or present simple?
Continuous.
Continuous. So what song?
Are
Are you
listening?
listening? We don't read to, listening to. I never heard it before. Number 4, simple or continuous?
Simple.
Simple.
Simple. How often
Do.
do
do
you
See.
see your family? Number 5, so simple or continuous?
Continuous.
Continuous.
Continuous. And because it's temporal situation, this month I
am trying.
okay, I'm trying. I'm trying to finish this new project. 6, simple or continuous?
Simple.
Simple. When we go to Rome, we usually
Stay.
stay with my sister. Okay, very good. You have a good base. And number 2, add the expressions of frequency on the line according to how often you think they happen. For example, never, let's say that it's like 0%, almost never. I mean, never, always 100%. Okay, what it can be after never?
hardly ever.
Hardly ever. That means like almost never, maybe one time in a life. After
Twice are you?
once in a while. After
Once a month.
maybe something else. Maybe from time to time. Yeah, from time to time it sounds like, or maybe yeah, once in a month. Yeah, maybe once in a month. Then from time to time after. We have also twice a year. So it's never, hardly ever, once in a while, twice a year, once a month, from time to time,
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
every weekend, and
Every day.
every day, and always. So here, number 3, we will complete the sentences, choosing the correct place, A or B, for the adverb of frequency. So, number 1, where do we put usually? A or B? For example, we say, usually our manager deals with problems, or our manager deals usually with problems.
B.
I think A. Usually our manager deals with problems. It like doesn't sound well. Our manager deals usually with problems. It could be our manager usually deals, but not after deals. Number 2, every day. I
I every day.
I get up early every day. So what sounds better? I every day get up early, or I get up early every day?
I think I get up early every day.
Yeah, it's letter B. Number 3, really. She's a close friend, but really we see each other. She's a close friend, but we really see each other.
We be.
B. That's right. Always. I always clean the house at the weekend. I clean the house at the weekend always.
I always.
A.
A. Number 5. Once in a while. Once in a while, I speak to my manager, or I once in a while speak to my manager.
A.
A. No.
Mhm.
What did you say? B. I once. No, it's A. Number 6. Never. Never I work late at night, or I never work late at night.
I never.
Never.
I never. Occasionally. We go occasionally out for a meal together, or we go out for a meal together occasionally.
We go occasionally.
We go occasionally. Actually, this one we saw we can put in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Sometimes. I sometimes wish I worked part-time because I love to spend more time with my family, or I wish I worked part-time because I'd love to spend sometimes more time with my family.
I sometimes.
I sometimes. Okay, very good. Yeah. Page 11. Again, yeah, sometimes it's like we don't need to change the and back. Let's work on the pronunciation. Here we will practice the expression do you. When it is like we speak fast, so it sounds like a link here. So we say do you. Yeah, do you cook for your family? Let's listen, and everything you listen, so you repeat.
Audio 1.02. Do you cook for your family?
So instead of do you, he doesn't separate them. He say do you. Yeah, do you cook for your family?
Do you cook for your family?
Even worse, do you cook for your family?
Do you cook for your family?
It's like do. And that's it. Do you cook for your family? Let's practice it. Lily, please.
Do you cook for family?
Okay, yeah. Do you cook for your family? Yeah, Liliana.
Do you cook for your family?
It's like faster here, like do you cook for your family? I also can sometimes. Elizabeth?
Do you cook for your family?
Okay, Fabian, please.
Do you cook for your family?
When they combine, they have the sound ch, like chew. Let's listen again.
Do you cook for your family?
Yeah, he didn't say do you or do you. He said do you. Yeah, do you cook for your family?
Do you cook for your family?
Do you cook for your family? Yeah, do you cook for your family? Let's repeat it like 5 times or more. Do you cook for your family? 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 Okay, now you please, Elizabeth.
Do you cook for your family?
It's like J. Liliana, please.
Do you cook for your family?
It's J. Do you cook?
Yes, you cook.
Fabian, please.
Do you your family for your family?
Okay. Okay, Juan, please.
Do you cook for the family?
You. Okay, very good. So we're going to listen the questions and we will write them. Okay, so please find one pencil, one pen that you can note the questions. We're going to listen the questions and we will write them down. Okay, let's listen.
Audio 1.03. 1.
What time do you usually start work?
Write it.
2. Do you enjoy playing sport? 3.
Do you get on well with your colleagues?
4. Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.? 5.
How often do you see your close friends?
'Okay, so let's check. I will here make like to write the questions. Okay. So number 1. Who has number 1?
What time do you usually start work?
Okay. What time do you usually start work? Number 2.
Do you enjoy playing sports?
Do you enjoy playing sport? Number 3.
Do you get on well with your colleagues?
Colleagues. Very good. Do you get well on with your colleagues? Number 4.
Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Okay, very good. Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.? And number 5.
How often do you see your close friends?
Okay, how often we don't return? How often do you see your close friends? Let's listen again and repeat them, practicing the pronunciation.
Audio 1.03. 1.
What time do you usually start work?
What time do you usually start work?
2. Do you enjoy playing sport?
Do you enjoy playing sport?
3.
Do you get on well with your colleagues?
Do you get well on? Do you get well on with your colleagues?
4. Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
5.
How often do you see your close friends?
How often do you see your close friends? Okay, so let's work in pairs, ask and answer these questions. Lily and Juan, please.
Juan, what time do you usually start work?
I usually start work at 8 o'clock.
Okay, do you enjoy playing sports?
Yes, usually play soccer.
Do you get well on with your colleagues?
Mm, yes.
Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Yes, every day.
How often do you see your close friends?
Uh, Usually, I see my friends every week.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Change, please.
Okay. What time do you usually start work?
I sometimes start work at 7 a.m. and sometimes at 8 a.m.
Okay. Do you enjoy playing soccer? Sport?
I hardly ever play sports.
Okay. Do you get well on with your college?
Yes, I think I get on well with my colleagues.
Okay. Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Nowadays, I usually woke up before 7 a.m.
Okay. How often do you see your close friends?
Um, at the moment, I hardly ever see my close friends.
Very nice. Thank you. Elizabeth and Fabian, please.
What time do you usually start work?
I start working at 9 a.m.
Do you enjoy playing sport?
Yes, I play basketball usually.
Do you get well on with your college?
Yes, yes.
Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Yes, usually get up 30 minutes before.
How often do you see your close friends?
We see usually Fridays or weekends.
Thank you. Change, please.
What time do you usually start work?
Usually at 9 in the morning.
Do you enjoy playing sport?
Really no. I like go to the gym.
Do you get well on with your college?
Yes, they are very funny.
Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.?
Yes, I usually wake up at 6 in the morning.
How often do you see your close friends?
At least once a month.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Very good. Ah, yeah, don't forget that it's do you? Yeah, what time do you usually start work? Do you enjoy playing sport? Do you get well on with your colleagues? And this is colleagues. Do you usually get up before 7 a.m.? How often do you see your close friends? The next is 7a. Make 6 true sentences about your life, job, and studies. Use words and phrases from box A. Use the ideas in box B or your own ideas. So we make 6 sentences about ourselves, about our life. And yeah, for example, you take something from A and you take something from B. For example, I always cook dinner on the weekend. Or I sometimes go to eat out. I sometimes eat out in a restaurant with my friends. Occasionally, I visit my grandparents in summer. Nowadays, I stay in touch with friends and sending them text messages. I usually go on holiday in winter. I often study for exams at night. Something, yeah, 6 sentences. Okay, so let's take some minutes. 3 minutes, please. And the 6 sentences. I can't write, I don't know why. So, because it's white color. For that reason, I can't write. 6 sentences about your life, job, and studies. 3 minutes. Okay, so I start with my sentences. Number 1, I often start a new project, like I prepare a new course or open a reading club. Number 2, nowadays I don't do sport. Number 3, I hardly ever get up before 6 a.m. 4, I always enjoy my courses. 5, occasionally I eat out in a restaurant. 6, I never visit my grandmother as she lives too far. Okay. So now you please, Lily.
At the moment, I occasionally cook dinner. I usually visit my grandfather on weekends. Nowadays, I enjoy my job. I often get off before 6 a.m. I hardly ever go out with my colleagues. I always stay in touch with my friends.
Very good, thank you. Yeah, Juan, please.
Yes. I usually get up before 6 a.m. I something start a new period in the work. I often cook dinner in my house. I always enjoy my job. I hardly never ever visit my grandfather's, and I often learn something new in my work.
Very good. Yeah, grandparents and grandfather, it's just one, for example. Well, if they are two, so grandfathers. But if they are all of them, grandmother, grandfather, so it's grandparents. Okay, I would say at home. I always cook dinner at home. Thank you.
Okay.
Good. Fabian, please.
I never get up before 6 a.m. I sometimes do sport. I'll always stay in touch with my friends. Usually I enjoy my job. I often visit my mother. Usually I learning something new my job in my job.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Elizabeth, please.
Nowadays, enjoy my course. Occasionally, eat out in a restaurant. Usually, cook dinner. Often get up before 6 a.m. Always learn something new. And sometimes enjoy my job.
Sometimes. Okay,
Sometimes.
very good. Thank you. Let's make 4 questions. 4 questions. All the questions, they will start with do you. Yeah. Do you? And we find something from here. There are 4 questions because you will ask me and the 3 other classmates. Yeah. I will start. So, Liliana, do you stay in touch with friends?
Yes, I always stay in touch with my friends.
Mhm. Do you send them voice messages or text messages? Do you call them?
Usually I send text messages.
Mhm. Thank you, Elizabeth. Do you find English course difficult?
Mm, a little bit, but it's okay.
Thank you. Juan, please. Do you go out with colleagues every weekend? Do you go out with colleagues every weekend?
Um, mm, College es compañero de trabajo, ¿no? Como colegas.
Yeah, that's true. Mhm.
I hardly never with my college.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Fabian, do you eat out in a restaurant?
I eat on out in the restaurant, usually with my friends or my family.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Now it's your turn, so you make 4 questions, 1 for me and 3 for your classmates. Lily, please.
Uh, do you enjoy your job?
Who do you ask?
Teacher?
Okay. Yes, I do. I enjoy my job, usually.
Okay, so Fabian, do you cook dinner? Do you always cook your dinner?
Fabian, do you always cook your dinner?
Repeat the question, please.
Do you always cook your dinner?
Cook dinner.
Um, hardly ever. I uh,
Okay.
often. I cook often.
Elizabeth, do you stay in touch with your friends?
Yes, yes. Usually I send voice note.
Okay, and Juan, do you enjoy the English course?
Yes, occasionally, but I think is difficult.
It's ridiculous. So occasionally it's ridiculous. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth, please. Your questions.
Okay. Mm, mm, do you like eat out in a restaurant?
Who do you ask?
You.
Okay. Yes, I do. I enjoy eating out in a restaurant, but I don't do it often.
Okay. Lily, um, do you do you do do you cook dinner usually?
I hardly ever cook my dinner.
Okay. Um, and do you enjoy your job?
For me,
Uh-huh.
yes, I always disfruit my job.
Enjoy my job.
And Fabian, do you enjoy the course?
Yet, but for me it's difficult often.
Well, at least it's not ridiculous. It's okay. Okay, thank you. Fabian, please, your questions.
uh, Juan, you do you usually learning something new?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Do you usually need learning something new?
Oh, yes, I something learn something new in the job.
Okay. Um, Teacher, do you usually cook dinner at home?
Hardly ever. I usually eat just maybe a kind of some sandwich or, but no, I don't cook something very big.
Okay, okay. Uh, uh, um, Elizabeth, do you often stay in touch with friends?
Yes, I usually send a message or voice note or some things FaceTime.
And Lily, do you something visit your parents?
Yes, I usually visit my parents on weekends.
Thank you. And Juan, please.
Okay. Mm, Lily, do you usually do a sport?
Uh, Nowadays, I hardly ever play sports.
Fabian, do you usually study for exam?
I often study my exams.
Okay. Teacher, do you often start new project?
Yes, I do. If I can call it as a project, yeah, sometimes I have some new ideas to start a new course or something.
Okay. Elizabeth, do you usually eat out in a restaurant?
Yes, I usually go to the brunch or a dessert.
Okay, very good. So good practice with that phrases. If you feel like you still some phrases you don't understand or something, check the presentation because they are there with Spanish translation. Homework, it will be exercise 8A. So this is a diagram about Kasia. So who is Kasia's best friend? Who does she work with? So she speaks about some important people in in her life. Maybe not important, but the people who are around. For example, Ella is a teammate, Alice is a best friend, Philip a brother, Sean her partner, Maria is her work colleague. So read it and think about the important people in your life. Make a similar diagram for yourself. And you speak about 5 important people, maybe someone from your family, your brother, your sister, your mom, maybe some teammate, your best friend, your partner, someone. Yeah, 5 people. And you put why also because she explains he's charming and kind and this is my work colleague. She's friendly. The next, read the questions and prepare your answers. So your answers will be about your important people. For example, you put that it's your sister, and her name is, I don't know, uh, Lupita. Yeah. So you need to answer the questions. How do you know her? So, what is your relationship? You say, I know her all my life because it's my sister. How can you describe her? She's kind, she's helpful, she's generous. How often do you see her? I don't see her often because she lives in another city, but on Christmas we always meet each other. Number 4, what things do you usually do with each person and what things are you doing with them at the moment? So you say, we stay in touch and I meet her, I travel with her, and it should be about each 5 person. Uh-huh. So that's it. It's exercise 8, page 10. I will send it now. We see each other next week on Tuesday. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, teacher. Good night.
Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you. Good night.